Hey, my name is Amiraza and I want to show you how to build something like this. But instead of Illustrator, I want to use something more interesting like Grasshopper and Rhino to build an illustration, which is based on some parameters like grid and objects and rotations, which we can parameterize and control them instead of using some sort of tools like spray tool symbols, which you need to symbolize each one of these objects and then spray them on a circular area around this sheet, which is have a little bit less control over the project. And for this project, which is as a grid, the Grasshopper and Rhino will provide a better result for our intentions. Okay, so we open the Rhino, and then the main project will be something like this, which is in curve. Okay, I will delete them. I don't need them. Now, I have some objects here that they are in curves. I just select them, which will present an object. I will use them, and to bring them, I just download SVG files from the internet, like this is a below object. I just wanted it's a little big. I just scaled it down to something more reasonable. Put it here. Scale it to fit the others, and we just need 2 dimensions to measure distance between these two to build it later. But here, the distance like here to here, it's better to have a margin for that. Okay, it's like 30. I will use 40, but for a cell to fit in it, I think this will be good, and this has a distance of 16.9 in 7. Okay, now we should bring these objects to a component in Grasshopper. So we clicking Grasshopper in Rhino 6, or if you have Rhino 5, you should write Grasshopper and click on it. And this bring this on, which is an empty sheet, and we need a component. Which component? If you select this, it's bring one curve added to selection, and I need curve. So I double click here on a sheet and type curve. Now I have curve. Now I select the whole object that I needed as a simple object. Right click, because I select 18 curves added to selection, so I can't set one curve. I should set multiple curves. Now I have multiple curves. I need it copy, 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 copy. This will be for second one. This will be for the third one. This will be. I don't like this. This one is better. I will from there, and this will be multiple curve. I just use these two. So okay, so I have 6 objects. Now I have the objects, but they are not good. So like here I have 18 curves, but I need one group which I can move. Like I need all of these to move here or there or in a cell. So I will use group and shift, and I hold shift and link it to the input of the group, and now I have one group. So this is wrong. I don't need one group of all the objects. I just need one group for each object. So I need 7 groups. Don't misunderstand the group. This is the difference between making one group of all objects or making a group of each object to be a gathering object. Okay, so I have 6. Now I will use merge to put it together. Now, instead of having like 18 plus 18 plus 14 plus 28 minus 13, we just have 6 objects. Now for the last step we use graph tree to make it listed. So now we have 6 lists of objects: 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 2, 0, 3, 0, 4, 0, 5. From 0 to 5 we have list with 1 object in each. We will back to this why we do this, and this is just for now. Okay, now we need the grid for the object to be put in it. So as you saw in our illustration, we have a grid of, I don't know, 20, 40, and we should bring that here. So we go to vector, we use grid, and we use square. Now we have plane, size, extent x and extent y. Plane, if you zoom and find it, you will have one transparent grid and one not transparent grid, which is 5 in 5, and this is an 8 in 8. As you can see here, the size is 1 and the extent is 5 and 5. So this is our grid. So what is this? This is the plane. This is the plane which the grid is put in it. So in order to get rid of this plane, we need a point. For bringing a point, we just write x, y, z, and don't use the constant, just use constant point. I'll put it here, and boom, you just have the grid. And this just make you the control over the grid. So if I use 5 for x, as you can see we are in top, so x is here and y is here, as you can see. So if I use 5 for this, I will bring the grid here, so I just leave it here. And the size, as we measured, we need something around 17, but I use 18 or 19 for the grid. Oh, sorry, for the grid. So now the grid is something like this. And now for the extent, I don't know, I use 15 and 50. You can choose whatever you want. 15 and 50. Okay. Now we have cells. We don't have anything like curves. We just have cells. You know, 1 cell, 2 cell, 3 cell, 1, 2, 15 cells. But it's bring something like this. It's listed the cells in 15th group, and we should know which direction it's used. So we use branch tree, not tree branch. We use these cells here, and we can see that it's not easy to call from here, because the lists are like 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 0, 2, and so on till 0, 0, 14. I don't like that, so I right click and simplify. It will become to 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 15, 14. We use 15 group. Now 15 lists, so I just call, for example, 5. Now I have 5 from 0 to 5, so it's clump usage. Okay, but I don't need all of this, so I just flatten because I just need all cell together, not listed in some different type of things. So flatten, and now I have 225 rectangle which are all together are not listed in different ways. Okay, now I need the center of these cells. Why? Because to bring these to here, first, as you can see here, we need a point from here and we need a point here. So I need a center point here and center point here to orient them. Now, to center point them, we will back to that later. For center of this, we need area. So this will be the area, and area here. Second, we will need the partition, because we have 6 objects and we would like to pattern them over these cells. So we just need to partition this list to 6 lists and kinda randomize to put a location of these objects over them. So I'm doing partitions, and now I have 225 point, and I have 6 225 and 6 lists. So if I divide this division, I will come to something like 37.5. It will give me 6 lists from 0 to 5 each way. That's what I needed. And here I have 5 lists too. Okay, so these will match each other together. The only connection we need is orient, which move them from here to here. So orient has 3 input: geometry, source, and target. I will use the geometry from here and the target point from here, which is 5 list of 38 objects. Why 38? Because 225 divided by 6 is something like around 38 objects. Okay, I will use that for the target, which the place the geometry we just know what it means. The source is the point of the object we want to move. Like when I wanted to move this, I need a point to move, and I need a point which is being moved to. So the point it's moved to is B, and it's the center of this cell, so it's here. But the center of this, how I catch the center of this is curve, it's not like the parameter from own Grasshopper. So I have this object, so I need a bounding box. So it will grab a box that fit this object, and then if I use area, I just catch the center of this object. Now if I just put the center to this, now as you can see I have 5 lists with 1 number, and a 5 list with number here, and a 5 list with 38 number here. So if we kind of catch it over that and do something like this, and this is not what we want. It's not creative, it's just repeating pattern, and as I show you here, it causes the clump sort of division. I don't like that. I need a randomized pattern. So here I partition that to the 38 object, and it will go here 38, 38, 38, 38, 38, 38. I don't like that. I need a randomized position for these points. So like here, number 1 point is here, number 2 is here, and number 15 is here, then number 16 is here, and number 32 is here. So I don't like that. I wanna be number 1, this will be number 2, and this will be number 3. So to do that, I need a jitter. I will use this centroids as a list for jitter, and the jitter parameter will be something from 0 to 1. 1 is whole randomized and 1 is not randomized, and 0 is not randomized. Seed is something you can just change over time. I just use 5, but jitter I show you something like 0.11 is if I use these values here instead of this value. As you can see here, it's barely randomized, but if I use this till 1, this is whole randomized, and I just like this. Okay, now I have jitter, I have partition, I have rotation, and all together, but I don't have rotation. So how we rotate that? And for that seed, as you can see, we can use this and change the seed of this. Okay, for the rotation, first we need to rotate component. It needs geometry, angle, and plane, which the center of the rotation will be determined by this plane. Okay, for the geometry, as you know, we will need this. For the angle of the rotation, we'll be back to that later, and for the plane, we will need these centroids, as you may know. And for the centroids need a degree from minus 25 to 25, which will rotate. And to do that, we need random with the domain, number of object you need in that, and how many number you want to generate for that, and the seed. Seed is again something I can change over time, and the number is how many item each list has here. 30th, 30th, and the last is 35. So I need to bring that. So I need list length. Oh, not this. List length. This will give you the length of each list. If you double dash here or right panel, no difference for that. You're doing something like this. If you plug this, it will show you the length of the list. Now, if we number here, you just need domain. As you can see here, it said range, domain of random numeric range. So I bring domain. I use construct domain. I use this. I use 25 here. Bring this here. 25 and minus 25 for start, minus something we just need negative. Minus 25 to 25. Okay. Now you have, as you can see, 5 lists with 38, 38 till 35 item, and you can use that here. But you will see something strange, like this object is rotated over 100 degree. Why? Because this parameter is on radians, rotation angle in radians, and I don't need that, I need in degree. So I here put degree, and now it's kinda got right. Okay. Here we catch what we needed, and this sheet is complete. But we notice something overuse this. Like if I wanna increase the row and column of this grid, like not 15, I like something like 22. Okay, you will see something like this fan is repeat forever, and I don't like that. The cause of this is I use 225 as a list length here, but the list here is not 225 anymore. It's over 484. I should write here 484 and then put it here, or I can use something more parametric like delete this and list length here to here, and use 7 for this, or 6, and this will bring through to this. Okay, now you may notice here that I can change the length of the object here too. I mean, I can copy this and I will like um, use the compressor, which I didn't use, or I can add this again to the group, and I will now have 8 objects. I have 7 objects, but I here write 6, so I can use this as a component here too, and then bring it here. And if I change something here, it will affect here too, and this is more parametric than just writing. You should avoid a static parameter. You use dynamic ones, which is can be changed over the design of code you have. Here I will have my partitions, and now you can see here I have 8 lists instead of 7, which I needed. Right here I have 7 lists, I should have 7, but I have an 8 list with 1 object. How I can avoid that? If you see the result here, it's 69.1, and you should round it up, because if you round it down, it will use 69, and it's not helpful, because over the list it will be cost 1 object to be on that unnecessary list you want, like it's one. So you will need round, and you need round up, like sailing, and you can see here is 17, and use it here, and then you will have your 7 list instead of 8, and it's correct. You will solve this problem with this one. You can just use this whatever your list here is to avoid unnecessary result. It's always together in this type of design. These two, it will be grouped together always. To do that, you just need to Control G over your desktop to do this. This will be the result of this, which is random, and you can change the seed of rotation here, or the seed of jitter here, and this will affect the whole. And now you have the result. I just going to delete this because the file is repeat much more than we want. Here now the result will be prefer with less fans in it. Okay, now you just right click, bake, yes, please, this group, yes. And now you will have these objects and export selected. We can choose something like Adobe Illustrator, so you can use it in Illustrator or whatever you want, like OBJ for 3D Max, or I don't know, whatever you want. And this is the end of this tutorial. I will show you some other use of Grasshopper for illustration later. Enjoy your time, and I hope this was helpful for you. I would like if you give me a like a subscription below the page. That's it. Bye for now.